my code D. No iron team, homie, picture me solo. See what happened to Tony, what he did to Manolo. Here go that New York Giant, back on it again. Seen with Wolverines and he wasn't from Michigan. Y'all listening, y'all can hear a lyrical street. Narcotics, raw dens. Rap the work, find us in Tennessee. Looking for bucks, see if they still Tennessee.
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel. Practice freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. Hey, what you say?
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel. Practice freedom of.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do and people want to see.
You know, that was a great example, Kenny, but towards the end of my career and most of my career, I was honestly more of a half-court player. I was pretty fast for my size, but my strength was my biggest edge. In the half-court, barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Hillo with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Battle in the Western Conference, the Sacramento crowd hoping to watch their Kings come out on top. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. I mean, but you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Randall out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Rogers. Then it's Russell. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Meeks. Walker goes in. 6 to shoot. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against Minnesota.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. Ashamed to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
That's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Pass to Meeks. The tray. Walker's shot is off. Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Monroe, no good.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
That's good. Ariza's got his first points of the game.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Now, here's Walker. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Meeks, good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
here in the first. Just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Rogers, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence. Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
The drive by Anthony, and it's Russell with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
It's stolen by Anthony. And now Sacramento on the break. And he gets the bucket.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Here's Rogers. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Anthony against Ariza. The shot by Anthony, no good.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Walker. Here's Monroe. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Now, here's Walker. To the middle. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Tries from 7. Sacramento grabs the miss. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
The thing I took away from that game was just how dominant they were on the backboard.
Well, it would have been hard not to see how dominant they were based on the numbers. I mean, they just completely dominated the glass.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game. Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Adams.
You know, a career high for DeAndre Jordan in free throw attempts a game, almost 6 a game. And a lot of those actually came from the Hacker Jordan tactic.
As you said, Greg, Hackett Jordan was in full effect last year. Not a great thing to watch, obviously, but a viable strategy given his career free throw percentage.
And what's funny about the Hacker Jordan is that it usually works in his favor. Historically, when Jordan shoots over 10 free throws a game, his team almost always wins.
And the Lakers making a change here. Bynum's checked in. Now, here's Meeks. Andrew Bynum unable to get his shot to go.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Rogers passes to Randall. Ariza against Monroe. To halt the run, and there's the play by Ariza inside. Ariza's got 6.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
The kick out to Walker. He dishes it to Meeks. Poked loose. It's stolen by Randall. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Rogers can't make the basket.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
Here's Bynum. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Ariza outside. The pass to Rogers. Just 5 to shoot. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Walker dishes. To Anthony. From 15 feet away, the shot's good on the assist by Walker. Anthony's got his second basket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Some changes for Sacramento. Zeller, he's checked in for Monroe. P.J. Hairston comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's James Anderson in for Jody Meeks. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Julius Randle. Carter comes in for Trevor Ariza. Allen's checked in for Rogers. And Miller's subbed in for Russell. Now here's Bynum. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Here's Sacramento. They're on a 17-7 run. And Zeller kicks to Hairston. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Kings lead by 5.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Well, the defense is what did the Lakers season in last year, but their offense struggled at times as well, Clark. They just couldn't count on things night to night.
Well, they were near the bottom of the league in most offensive categories, Kevin. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage and three-point percentage. The efficiency just wasn't there.
Sacramento leading by 5. Outside, Walker. He kicks it to Hairston. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
The Kings making a switch here. Cannon's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Sean Marion, he's checked in for Andrew Bynum. Allen drives in. And then Hibbert with the dunk.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Here's Cannon after the basket by the Lakers. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Here's Cauley Stein. That one wide left. Lakers trail by 6. Marion passes to Miller. It's Allen with the drive. Here's Hibbert. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Cannon dishes to Cauley Stein. And that one's good. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Allen for 3. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Cannon kicks to Zeller. Feeds it to Hairston. Zeller, a screen on Allen. Hairston, the pass to Zeller. They set the screen. Clock at 6. Pass to Cannon for 3. No good. And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team.
It's easy. It's basketball. It's out there having fun. It's out there working together. You know, the biggest thing is the defensive end. As long as we keep that up.
You don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about, and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, we've got DJ Augustine. Rasul Butler is out there with Marion. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard position. Kick out to Adams. Cannon, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Butler gets it to go.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now here's Zeller. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Monroe comes in for Zeller, and it's Jody Meeks in for James Anderson. Sacramento with the ball. After the basket by the Lakers. Cannon kicks to Anthony. And he uses the glass on the layup. Anthony's got 6.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it. Hey, there's no denying it. DeAndre Jordan was a force on the boards last season. Led the league with 15 rebounds a game. Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Marion. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Here's Adams following the bucket by the Lakers. The 17-footer. Anthony can't hit. You know, talking about Jordan, very dominant, obviously, on the glass. Not only had the most rebounds, but he also had the best rebound percentage at 32%.
And Kevin, I know you know that, but for our fans, that rebound percentage is the percent of rebounds a player could have grabbed, and that speaks to effort as well. And when Jordan was on the floor, he was getting a third of every possible defensive rebound.
Meeks can't hit.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Now here's Marion. Takes a three. And that one's good. And it's a 3-point Laker lead.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
And last season, the Lakers finished last in the Pacific Division once again. Second year in a row, they ended up at the bottom of the barrel.
Kemba Walker is checked in for the Kings. And then for Los Angeles, Julius Randle's checked in for Marion. Ariza comes in for Rasul Butler. And it's Russell in for Augustine. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Meeks got 13 points.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
And the Lakers are at the bottom once again in the Pacific Division, Clark. But, you know, these 2 seasons we've just seen, the last time they finished last in the Pacific was 1975.
Well, they had a 2-14 record against the rest of the Pacific. And we also know, though, the Lakers don't stay down very long. They'll be back on top before long.
And here is Anthony after Trevor Ariza just hit the 3. From the high post. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Looking now at some numbers for Carmelo Anthony. Great showing for him last season. Last year averaging 24 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at his score, and he was #1 on the team last season.
And, Greg, I liked his ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration. That allowed him to be a great finisher.
Andrew Bynum's checked in for DeAndre Jordan.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Here's Russell. No good with the triple. Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Meeks dishes to Walker. A floater. And it's Russell with the rebound. The Lakers have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Ariza kicks to Bynum. Pass to Randle. Back to Bynum. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Ariza has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Stolen by Walker. Here's Anthony. Finished off the break. Anthony's got 12 in the game.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Rogers passes to Russell. Here is Rogers. Looks for Bynum, gets it to him. Kemba Walker with the rebound. Walker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Meeks.
Looking at the game for Meeks. He's got 13 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
And some changes here for the Kings. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Adams. Cody Zeller comes in for Monroe. And P.J. Hairston subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. The Lakers also making some changes. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Randle. Carter comes in for Rogers. And Miller's subbed in for Russell. Now Walker. Trevor Ariza missing from long range. Outside, Walker. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Ariza dishes to Bynum. Buries it down low. Bynum's got his first basket of the night.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Picked by Zeller. Miller against Walker. Here is Hairston. He has 5. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Walker. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Walker's got 10 points in the game.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game. And, guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard. But his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the league. Just not as consistent as he needs to be. And a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
And the Kings making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Ray Allen is checked in for the Lakers. Miller kicks to Bynum. Sacramento grabs the miss.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Just thinking again about Kemba Walker's field goal percentage, Greg. You were talking about shot under 40%, Clark, from the floor last year.
Yeah, and I think so much of shooting percentage is a function of shot selection. That's 3 out of the last 4 seasons now under 40% for Kemba. In order to be an elite point guard, that number's got to go up.
Now here's Hibbert. Allen left side. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in fewest turnovers per game. 5th in second chance points. And they were in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. I think that speaks to the fact that this team aggressively goes after the basketball at every position.
Yeah, and the stat I look to, though, is the low turnovers. They did such a great job of limiting their mistakes, really maximizing their opportunities offensively.
Kennedy's checked in for Walker. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. There's 1:26 left to play here in the half. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Jordan, he's checked in for Los Angeles. 1:11 left in the first half. Here's Cannon. There's the feed to Cauley Stein. Anderson outside. Zeller, a screen on Carter. Shot clock at 5 to the left wing. Wide open look here for Cauley Stein. Off target from outside. Allen drives in. Down low. It's Jordan on the wing. He's covered by Zeller. Who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert? A guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or 2.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Carter comes in with the double team. Goes up on the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
There's a screen. Off the screen. Got a piece of it. And the first half comes to a close.
Well, Carmelo, some great help off the bench during this first half. What does their contribution mean to this team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in the NBA. When they come to play like we're playing so far, you know, it makes it a tough game, makes it a tough team to beat. And, hopefully we can keep that up.
It certainly takes some pressures off the starters. Melo, thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Sacramento came out looking very confident. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points on the heels of a few stops and some quality offensive possessions. They ended up leading by 6 at the end of the first quarter. Moving into the second quarter, they cooled off just a bit, but still played a competitive quarter, now tied at the half. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
I love the way they took care of the basketball. They displayed good patience, strong decision-making, sharp passing, all of it. This is why coaches say, make the right play, not the spectacular play. Well, unless the spectacular play is the right play, that's fine. But don't give away possessions. That's the moral of the story.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, how about that contribution they got from the bench? Nice. Those are some much-needed points.
And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get started.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. They've got Adams. Kemba Walker is out there with Jody Meeks. Then it's Greg Monroe. And it's Anthony in at the small forward spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Monroe, no good.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Russell kicks to Randall, passes it to Rogers. Out to the right wing, inside, leaps for it. Here's Jordan, takes it off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Outside, Walker. There's the dish to Carmelo. To the inside, here's Adams. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Here's Rogers. Kicks it out to Ariza. To the paint. Jordan the pass to Rogers. Meeks with the steal. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Rogers against Monroe. Here's Randall. Anthony with the defensive effort.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's foul number 2 for him. Russell against Walker. Meeks outside. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And the pass to Rogers. Here's Randall to end the run. Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Timeout called by the Kings. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Good. Well, the main problem last year for the Kings, Greg, their defense. Just couldn't slow teams down on their end of the court, and it cost them.
Yeah, and listen, a lot of it had to do with the defensive problems overall. They were pretty much in the bottom 10 of every major defensive category, and dead last in blocks as well.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Rogers. Sacramento grabs the miss. Walker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Meeks kicks to Monroe, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
The Lakers making a switch here. Bynum's checked in. Rogers passes to Randall. Almost, but it rolls out.
And you said it. I mean, the Kings had a tough time on defense. They also gave up the most fast break points in the league. I mean, they had a tough time getting back and defending in transition.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. It's Carmelo Anthony on the way. Ariza covering. The drive by Anthony. Banked in off the glass. Anthony's got 16 points.
And the Kings were last in fast break points allowed. As you mentioned, what is odd was that there were rumors last season that the front office wanted to try out cherry picking on purpose. Pretty sure that's one of the worst ideas to try out in the NBA.
Adams in the corner. He's feeling it. Meeks, good. Meeks got 22 points. Lakers trail by 3. Russell passes to Rogers. Meeks with the steal. He feeds it to Monroe. Kicks to Meeks. Here's the 3, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. Kings leading now by 3. Screen by Monroe. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline try. Misses off the right iron.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Rogers passes to Randall. Goes up the baseline. The shot's good from Rogers. Rogers has got 17.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking it down.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1. Some changes for Sacramento. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Adams. James Anderson comes in for Meeks. And it's Cannon in for Walker. The Lakers also with the sub. Carter's checked in. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up. He can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer. And at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Rogers. Outside Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Monroe's shot is good. Monroe's got 9.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Rogers against Anthony. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. Anthony dishes to Cannon. Back to Anthony. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Rogers passes to Randall. Out to Carter. Fires it up. And too long on the shot.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Anthony can't hit.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
Kings leading now by 6. Cannon kicks to Anthony. Dishes it to Monroe. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Boy, what a half from the field they're having. They're going to extend that lead if they stay this high.
Yeah, they've taken it up a notch, Clark, looking very confident right now.
That's good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Anthony dishes to Monroe. Shakes him. The Lakers with the rebound.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Anthony against Rogers. Russell with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Russell's got 10 points.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Got a chance here to check out how the Kings ranked in the NBA last season, Kevin. 6th in second chance points, 9th in rebounding. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
Yeah, but you mentioned the second chance points. I mean, you love that determination, and really they just give great effort on every play, always in hustle mode.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Harrison, he's checked in for Sacramento. Jordan, he's checked in for the Lakers. They set the pick. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Out to the right wing. 4 on the shot clock. And stolen by Miller. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Allen leading the charge. The Kings leading.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterwards.
Anderson passes to Hairston. On the clock. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it,
Yes,
Clark.
he is.
Yeah.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
The Kings have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Allen for 3. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Oh, what a monster shot to close out the third. They've taken the lead going into the final quarter.
And I can't quit. All I know is HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit. All I know is HBK, yeah, you know how
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. The Kings trail by 3. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Trevor Ariza out there with Roy Hibbert. Then it's Miller. Then it's Allen. And it's Jordan in its center. There's the pick. Inside, here's Zeller, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game. And Andre Miller, what a virtuoso floor general he has been. By far the career leader in assists among active players. Over 1,000 more assists than the next guy on the list, which is Chris Paul.
Getting back to Miller last year, he was 16th in the league, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, a couple of things happened. I thought he slowed down a little, and he was playing behind John Wall. That led to the fewest minutes per game of his career, and the rest of his stats kind of followed suit.
And he makes all three. The Lakers weren't very good at all last season, Clark, and they just didn't have any teeth in the road game.
Well, you know, they shot threes on the road well, Kevin. Top percentage in the league, as a matter of fact. Still, they just couldn't hold on to leads.
Zeller setting the pick for Anthony. He dishes it to Adams. The shot misses. Good D by Jordan. To the inside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And the Lakers would end with a road record of 9-32. That is a franchise worst for them, and sums up the year they had away from state.
No good on that one.
You know, looking at the Lakers, a big thing for them as we get back to their road woes is they didn't win a single game on the road in their division. In a word, that's terrible.
Monroe's checked in for the Kings. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Russell, he's checked in for Andre Miller. Feeds to Monroe. All sorts of time, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Monroe's got 11 points here in just the second half. Russell passes to Rogers. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Here's Meeks. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Anthony.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Jordan. The second chance effort. Randall no good. Sacramento's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. But they get it back. Here's Monroe. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Walker. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Walker with a clean look. Hits the three-point bomb. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
To the middle. Lakers passing it around. And he dunks it down.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
The Kings have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. With the game still up for grabs, he simply told his guys, we're right there. Stay focused, execute, and get it done. Kevin, let's see how it plays out.
Thanks again, Doris. And for the Lakers, without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person. Clark stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
Now, here's Meeks, guarded by Rogers. Monroe kicks to Walker. Nice D from Russell. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And Jody Meeks gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here is Rogers. He's guarded by Meeks. A reason to what? The Kings trailing. Outside, Walker. Here's Adams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. That's on D'Angelo Russell. Free throw good, Adams. Second free throw, no good. It was a rough year last year for fans in Sacramento, but they still come out here to fill up the stands, Greg, even with their team struggling.
Yeah, the new ownership, give them credit. Last year, the Kings marked an 8-year high in terms of attendance. Not bad for a team that really looked to be in the hunt for the postseason, but then just fell apart midway through.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
The Kings trail by 6. There's a good screen from deep. Walker. And it's Walker again missing. Sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Kings.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Fader on the way. Rogers can't make the basket.
Well, in the film session, they'll say that was a well-challenged shot.
Outside, Walker. Meeks with it. The drive by Monroe, and he gets it to go. Now just a 1-point Los Angeles lead.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Here is Rogers. He's guarded by Meeks. Russell. The three-pointer, no good. Sacramento's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the three ball well. Inside. Adams' shot is good. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And Meeks kicks to Cauley-Stein, and that one's good.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities. You know, guys, in a draft that had a lot of top-tier big men as the top picks, Willie Cauley-Stein is a little bit the forgotten man, if you will. But he can be a very impactful player now and down the road as well. And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And Walker kicks to Monroe. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe. Lakers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Ariza kicks to Randall. And Cauley-Stein over to help. Down low, Jordan. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Greg, with Cauley-Stein, his defense is the first thing that you notice. Very adept at shot blocking already. Does a lot of things, Clark, very well.
But, Kevin, I think it's his agility and the way he moves his feet defensively as a 7-footer. He literally can defend all 5 positions.
That's a great point. His perimeter defense, I mean, against smaller players, something to behold.
Outstanding.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him. We'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
Anthony nowhere around. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Russell passes to Rogers. Back to Russell. He kicks to Jordan. Lakers passing it around. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Good. Monroe's got it all tied up now for the Kings.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Jordan, banked in off the glass. Jordan's got 9 points here in the second half.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're trailing by 2. 1:19 left to play here in the fourth. Anthony drives in, loses his man off the screen, and lays it up and in. Anthony's got 26 points.
Terrific screen that time by Walker.
Here is Rogers. He's guarded by Meeks. Rogers passes to Russell. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 on the clock. And fouled hard that time. They'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
What a stellar outing in this one for the dude. 8 rebounds and some big-time point production as well.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance. No problem for him there. You just know what the result's going to be when he steps to the line in a tight game like this.
Ariza kicks to Randall. Outside Jordan. Pass to Rogers. It's in!
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time. Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive board, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The hustle's great, guys, but I think we all prefer to see the finish when you can go up and throw it down like that.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're losing by 4. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
And the important thing about the foul is who you foul. They don't want to send a top-notch free thrower to the line if they can avoid it.
Inside, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Randall. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
The free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
Anthony against Ariza.
That's a jump ball.
Sacramento with the ball. Walker dishes to Cauley-Stein. Lobs it up, and it's sent back by Russell. Nails the triple. Here is Rogers. Count it!
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my day.
Right, it does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
And so the Lakers take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Roy Hibbert. Roy, what does this sort of grind-it-out win say about your basketball team?
We're a tough team. We like to grind wins out, and you know, sometimes it's not always pretty, but we're trying to get the job done. And our bench did a great job of keeping us in there, so I'm really happy.
A great team effort, Roy. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Let's take a look now as we give our nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, going to a building on the road and completely control the action like he did, only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
What a special night for him offensively. Anytime you can get a player who's scoring up in the 40s, you know he was feeling it. And once he got rolling, his teammates were getting him the ball and just getting out his way.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.